Testing, testing. Man, I'm still tired. Happy Monday. About to start today's 7 a.m. 15-minute in the morning stream. Let's see. Do we have sound? Why is the sound so low? It's very low. It's very low. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Audio level check. I guess that's not bad. I'm just tired. Okay, so let's turn this thing on. Good morning. Happy Monday, September 12th, is it? Yeah, it's September 12th. About to start my 7 a.m. stream for working on a personal project that had been stuck for a long time. I'm doing 15 minutes a day on it, and this is like day 32 or something insane like that. And surprisingly, it's working. Let me just tweet. And so I'm working on the Nerd Magazine project, which is an idea of making like a super glossy, pretty magazine that just has nerdy pictures in it of area nerds nerding out, sharing their nerd things. And there's a web component and there's a print component. What I'm working on right now is the web component, which is using a piece of technology I've never used before called Metalsmith, which is a static site generator. Which means it takes a bunch of files and it creates HTML files, and then you can upload those as is to the server. There's no dynamic script component required, like PHP or something like that, or like WordPress requires. And the big advantage of this is that there's no WordPress security problems, and it should be like super fast. And I'm hoping I can use the same technology for my own website, which has, I would say, outgrew WordPress maybe several years ago. At the point, though I guess you can use WordPress to do all kinds of things, but I haven't enjoyed using it really since 2010. There was a brief moment when I liked using it again, and then since then it's just been cumbersome to maintain security updates all the time. It's pretty good actually right now. I haven't noticed a whole lot of terrible things going on, and the platform continues to become more refined. But I just want to get away from it for a while. I think static site generation is the way to go. It will be more flexible and easier for me to make the changes that I want to make on my website and maintain them, I believe, without having to spend a lot more money on a faster server. Anyway, okay, let's just get started on this. Let me look at my desktop chat. I'm in the chat room on the Discord, which is at davidsay.com/discord. Happy Monday. Continuing today's push. I'm just typing in the chat room. Continuing today's push on the Nerd Magazine project. Investigating Metalsmith. So alright, so now we're going on this, and let's take a look and see where I left off. Here's my continuity notebook. This is an app called Quiver. It's sort of like Evernote, except it has markdown processing and various other things like that. Oh, my nose is so itchy. I hope it's not allergies. So here we are. And I have my timer ready here to set, but I'm going to first take a few minutes just orienting myself. Where did I leave off? I left off yesterday. I got article CSS to load from an article template. It seems like a million years ago. Figured out I had multiple source directories by thinking through the build file logic. and I had read a little bit of plugin code, just enough to give me the idea that this is how it was happening. So what am I doing today? I didn't leave a question yesterday for me to figure out what to do next. So I guess the thing to do would be just to look at the project and try to remember. Okay, blah, blah, terminal window. I guess that's good. And why is that so big? 824. Terminal window keeps changing. I need to make this 12. Then I need to copy it to the other window so it appears in the right place. And I need to pull up a browser here. Browser, okay. And then I need to pull up Sublime Text. And since I haven't done any work yesterday, this is all in the same place. So now I need to run it. So down here in the terminal window, I'm going to do node. Wait, I need to go cd web nerd metal node that build. That'll run the Metalsmith build process. And then over here it will go to the local development web server that is spawned at 3000. That's right. There's no index file in it. So I'm using a really basic bootstrap template. This is just basically the one of the demos that's been copied over. Stream health is suffering. Why is that? Oh well. One thing I learned about Open Broadcaster is that if the stream is suffering, buffering will occur, but don't shut it down. Don't force quit it because it is still streaming, even if it's like, it could be minutes and minutes and minutes behind. So this is where we are anyway today. If I save the file, any of these content files, the whole thing will update. So pizza MD, right now you can see here there's an exclamation point at the end of triggering inspiration. So if I change this source code up here, get rid of that question mark, it should reload it, change it, because of the live reload thing goes. So technically we're ready to work. 15-minute timer set. Boom. Alright, what am I doing? So this is kind of I'm not worried about styling right now. I'm just kind of worried about how to get this content in. And one thing I don't know how to do is actually make an index file. How am I going to manage this for like a home page? In fact, I do need an index file. So let me see what happens if I go to a desktop here and open up wherever the hell this is. You say web nerd metal. If I move these files, will it automatically compile it? I need an index file. So how do I make an index file that has all the stuff in it in Metalsmith? I know there's a plugin called Collections. I have no idea though how to compile a dynamic index file. So anyway, dockroot's the build folder. I want to look in content. I probably need to reorganize this directory structure. No, there's too much junk all over the place. In fact, I'm going to rename this to dockroot source, and that will make it a little bit more apparent to me what the relationship is between these things. That means I need to update the build files to use source dockroot source. Now I have to rerun the build manager, and hopefully this actually did something. So dockroot, let me just make sure. If I change the pizza article, oops, no, all this changed, so I had to reload all these files. Nope, don't save that. These should... These probably are the same. So now I can load from Docker source pizza MD yo. Yeah, it's working. Okay, so that's that's in shape now. And going back to this, I wanted to make an index file. But now I'm thinking about, well, what's the overall organization of this folder? Is it by issue? How does it work? How will it work? So let's make a folder. Let's see if this works. Go always change this later. Put articles, and then I want an index file here too, I guess. How does the index file get generated? I don't want to be manually adding links to it. I want to have some sort of automatic generated thingamabob. Oops, and Metalsmith crashed. Was I'm getting error. Illegal operation directory, unhandled event error, oh. I had to rename a folder, I think, and it didn't like that. That's probably to be expected. So now I've got these going on. If we go back to the top level directory, look at doc root, it should have updated it. So yeah, articles, assets. So at least it's mirroring the directory structure here, which is good. And then everything else is offline assets, templates. I don't like how it all kind of spreads out like this. Maybe I should move this to its own build directory. And then keep the node package management stuff on the top level, like things like package JSON. My working files. Yeah, let's clean this up a bit. I am going to create a build folder. I can move all this stuff into it. Or actually, I'll move Docker source, assets, templates, build into build. So that just leaves node modules, package JSON, my working folder, doc root at the top level. So in build, doc root sources is down here. Build JS is down here. Assets and templates. So at least it's a little clear where, what the relationship is. Activities build. This all is obviously project and meta stuff. And do I need to modify any of this? Or will the build file just work? Now I need to cd into a build directory though. A minor annoyance. Node.build. And let's see. Oh, I probably, okay, it's created a new doc root. What I want to do is change that so it goes up a level. And hopefully it will let me do that. So let me go back to Sublime. And in my build.js file, which is not moved, so I need to reload, change all these things yet again. What is this M file? Nope, don't save. So now in build, dir name, this is the dir name, doc root destination should be, I should be able to do this. Let's see if that works. Try it again. And let's look at the, I don't see an extra doc root, which is good. Let's go to this. This should still be the same because it's this. It's always called articles pizza now. Yep. And so then if I change the pizza article here, that would be in build doc root sources. I guess I don't need to keep this doc root sources. I can rename back to. No, I'll just leave that alone. Or we could have doc root content, or just name it content. what I want to be apparent is like what's in here is reflected in doc routes though. So I'll leave that for now until some better idea comes to me. So if I look at the article sources, let's just confirm that this is actually loading. Yeah, it is. Okay, so I just changed this, and then over here on the article side on the left, it did update. So the build process is still working and not screwing up, which is good. Test, yep, we still have audio. It looks like my 920 camera is still running too. Let me disable that. Okay, but you might be creating a little bit of weird feedback. Let me check something here. Alright, so now that took 6 minutes. Or I have 6 minutes left rather, so it's. And what am I going to be able to do in 6 minutes? I do want to figure out the index file stuff. I've moved stuff around in preparation for this. How to make an index file in Metalsmith. There's all the same documentation stuff. Haven't found it amazingly useful. A lot of the stuff is kind of tutorial level stuff or trivial example level stuff. I've had some realizations in the past day about how to really think about it. The plugin chain itself was not completely. I didn't completely understand some of the ramifications around it. It turns out that each of the plugins can filter the file stream. Each one of them gets the entire file stream. It's not filtering them down toward the end. So it's like one pipe that goes from the source to the destination of build, and then the plugins can branch out and do their own thing and reinsert the files back into the stream. But only the ones that it's interested in, which it can filter based on directory or other file name pattern. So your plugins are just basically a function that can filter a big files or object and just pipe them through various transformations. But how do you make an index file? Drafts. So what drafts does, it filters out. So then you just look at the source code for these things to see what they do or how they're accomplishing what they do. Okay, here's Metalsmith collections allow you to set up collections based on a folder structure. Like blog posts, pattern, pages, articles. What's this? Pages is the name of the directory? Okay. Here's this person's source, articles, CSS. Oh, okay, this is interesting. So there's an index.md file with the pattern articles started MD. Metalsmith will set up a collection named articles for all markdown files in the articles directory. Is that what it's doing? Articles, pattern sort by reverse true. Let's see, it's spelled a pattern. And it creates the index file? Where does it create the index file? That's interesting. Yeah, the plugin permalinks. What does permalinks do? What's this? Okay, I guess do I have, let me look at my build file. We have permalinks and we have collections. Let's try adding Where is it? Global metadata. That's interesting. Timestamps, collections. So let's add a use collections thing someplace. I guess we would have to do that where in the how is this? Where in the chain do you put this? Where's his overall build file? Of course, it's not here. Oh wait, oh. This is the basics, but where did this get inserted? Because where you insert it, it matters. Okay, now I have to think. Let's say, I guess we'll just have to see what happens. So each file transformation, at this, if we do it after Markdown is run, I think we need to do this before. It looks like this creates a page. So I think it's still, let's put it here and we can test some stuff. So we're gonna use, clean this up. What's it called? Collections. I only have 1 minute left, so I might have to go a little longer on this. Use collections, configuration object, pages. Oh wait, we want well, in our case we just have articles, and the pattern for this is articles pattern. It's in my articles directory. Sort by date, reverse true. Oops, reverse true. Let's see what that does. Now I need to rerun the gulp file. And what did this do? Well, there's an articles directory. It didn't seem to do anything. I thought it would make an index file. Do I need to actually create an index MD file and then it will produce it? This is not really. This is our template. It didn't seem to do anything. Unless, so in our doc root, assets, pizza, HTML. Do I need to actually have an index MD file in there for it to work? I'm going to go for another 15. Yeah. So let's see, if there was an index file, it's just clear didn't make one. Do I need to create an index file? Well, you can see all the metadata files. Okay, drafts, collections. I mean, what kind of description is this? The Metalsmith collections plugin allows you to set up collections. What is a collection? Article post. Pages. This person has pages. There's an index.md file. What does the index.md? Oh, actually, I guess this creates a. This must make an object. This creates metadata that gets passed along. Is that how it works? no idea. Let's look at the Metalsmith collections. I am missing something about this. What does it do? Groups files together in order collection like blog posts, then you can loop over them to generate an index. So how do you do that? So it groups it into, I guess, an object that's called articles. There's two ways to create collections. So use collections articles MMD, which is the same as this, but in a collection property. Adding a property to your file. Sort by date. I have pattern and. No, that's right. Okay. So all the files be added to an array that's exposed as a key of the same name on the global Metalsmith metadata object. You can omit passing any options to the plugin when matching a collection property. As a path property to the items collection data, which contains the file path of the generated file. Alright. I just want to see the code that makes the thing, please. How do you access this key? Where is this key? This mystical, wonderful key. This guy mentioned someone else. Dever Temaj's article. Oh, not. It was another tutorial. Metalsmith tutorial. Oops. This is the one. This is the main one. Oops. Looks like a their build file. Source. Index. No. Scripts. Ugh. Content. What? This is not helpful. Setting up the forge, shaping the metal, refining our tools. Oh, this is just a repo. Let's look at the blog post. Oh dear. Building a blog with Metalsmith. Why Metalsmith? Why indeed? Would be easier to just keep using someone else's system. Wait, isn't this what I was just looking at? Yes. The hell? Is it this one? Yeah. Introduction to Metalsmith. I want to show folder structure. I want to see an example of this collections thing. No. Why? File not found. Never. This is what I was just looking at, wasn't it? Collections. Link structure, okay. So collections, use permalinks. Collections, keeps a new area for each collects. Not the file metadata. Where's the internal metadata? So collections, collection array. So the array collection for pages will come use for constructing a permalinks to construct a sitemap. So you find about. I did not see an index HTML file. Oh wait, that's what permalinks does, or is it? Collection, let's take a look at this. So here, Maybe it's because I put this after Markdown. How about if I put it before Markdown? I didn't think that would make a difference, but... So I still don't see crap happening. Unless I stuffed it. Yeah, I see nothing. Let's just use collections, pages. Here I had articles. Maybe it's because I already have an articles directory. It's getting confused. Let's create something called Moose. It's pulling out of articles *MD. Sort by date. See if it makes a Moose directory. It didn't do anything there. These got updated. Just seems incompetent. Well, I guess what all this really does is it creates an object. So the object doesn't actually create any files. So let's try adding... So this guy's saying that if I run the script now, you won't find an about HTML, but instead of folder name about with an index HTML file. This results in a link that looks like maybe this permanent links thing is doing something. Doesn't sound like it. Collections. I'm skeptical. Of course, this is like ancient documentation, so I'm still seeing nothing. Saying nothing created anywhere. There's something missing from this. Use collections. This is what he has so far. Pages, posts, pulling out of content posts. I am pulling out of... Unless it's actually not... Use collections, articles. I have an articles under doc-root source, articles. There is no index.md file. I still don't see how it's writing it. Let's look at the source code. Here is the repo. Here's the basic setup. This doesn't look like it's complete. Maybe this, here's the build script. Use, okay, this is, he puts it at the very beginning. I'm putting mine pretty early too. Pages, pattern, content pages, content posts, sort by. Use Markdown, permalinks, use templates, handlebars, destination build. It's pretty much similar to what I have. They have permalinks after Markdown though. Let's try. And then using templates there, I'm using Jade. Maybe the template is the secret. It's a secret sauce. It could be in the templates. So let's see. I would even know. This is the thing that's happening. Templates, handlebars. Templates, they're using Metalsmith templates. Is that the outdated one? No, it's still the right one. And so each of the articles themselves should have the templates in them. So if I look at the about page, template page HBT, templates, page HBT. I see nothing looping over anything. I don't see how this is supposed to work. Is page HTTP built on something? No. Header, title, contents, footer, blog HTTP, post HTTP, partials, header, footer I'm guessing is the blog HBT. So for each collections, this is the metadata, I guess that's exposed. Maybe in my Jade template I'm supposed to do something? Oh, yeah, maybe. So this might be the critical thing. So if I made an index file, I don't think it's generated for me automatically. I probably need to make an index file itself. And then that gets then I had to, in the index file itself, I have to article index. No time yet. Template. Let's see. Let's call it, make an index Jade. I wonder if this drafting is screwing it up. Save. Index MD. So if I run this thing now, it's probably created an index. Nor didn't. Oh, I can't find the template for this yet. So there's no index Jade template yet. So we need to create that. This we want to create. We'll call this index Jade. And title is nerd, block content. Let's see. I guess now I don't know how to loop over something in Jade. Loop over metadata collection Jade. Oh my goodness. Iterate over a JSON object in Jade. Well, let's see. Each item in articles. This is P partner title. Let's just see if that does something. Completely guessing at the syntax here. It's not picking up. Oops, because I put. Nope, it did create an index HTML. Weird. So if I go to localhost 3000 index HTML or articles index HTML. Articles. Well, iterated over 5 things, whatever those 5 things are. For each item in, oh, this should be item title. And that still didn't do anything. I guess I need to read about for each partner and partners. Well, this is a JSON object. So I guess I need to figure out what the Metalsmith, I guess I'm done for today. I need to figure out what the Metalsmith, should be on this side. All right. Monday, September 12th. So what did I do? I reorganized directory structure, started looking into Metalsmith collections. They create, which creates an object with this metadata object that contains a list of page that match the configuration pattern. This can then be used in an index MD page that uses a template language that can access that metadata and generate something. So I think that's where the magic happens. Tomorrow, figure out how to do that in Jade. Alright. So 41 minutes. It would be nice to keep going on this, but I'm trying to keep this down to 50 minutes a day. Well, technically, I guess there's nothing stopping me from going, but I don't want to make these morning streams too long. If I have time, I'll hit this later. So let me start winding this down. In summary, I got something half working in an attempt to understand how something works in Metalsmith. Running into the wall of mysterious documentation. Metalsmith is not very well documented yet at this point. I suppose I could pick something that's more popular that has more documentation, but I like the general idea behind Metalsmith, so I'm going to stick with it and see how that goes. And then maybe I'll share my own experiences with that later in the blog post. But anyway, that's the morning stream. Happy Monday. I'm still tired. Hopefully I won't fall asleep again. But anyway, hope you have a good day and it's a productive one, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.